This is one of the most complex operational endeavours the Home Office has carried out. But we are ready, plans are in place, and these flights will go come what may. No foreign court will stop us from getting flights off.
Anyone who relocated to the UK should exercise caution, as the government is currently using police to detain people who are thought to be illegal immigrants. As announced by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak a few weeks ago, the first deportation flight is scheduled to depart soon. It's critical to think about the following step. The Home Office has acknowledged that the deportation law affects both legal and illegal immigrants. This suggests a decrease in population, especially among caregivers. This update is important for you if your visa to the UK has expired, if you've been unemployed since your care company's license was withdrawn, or if you're an asylum seeker. As we bring you up to date on UK immigration, keep checking back. In order to deport migrants, the government has started to arrest them. I'll go into great depth about these latest developments, paying special attention to who the UK government is targeting with these recent arrests. And to receive daily updates on UK immigration and visas, subscribe to our channel. We get started. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. In line with Prime Minister Rashak's signature immigration policy, the British government has started a number of operations to jail migrants in preparation for their deportation to Rwanda. A video showing armed immigration officials handcuffing people at their homes and transporting them for deportation was released by the UK Home Office on Wednesday. The UK government released a statement announcing a number of statewide activities in advance of the first deportations, which are scheduled to start within the next 9 to 11 weeks. In order to facilitate airplane departures, Interior Minister James Cleverly emphasized that enforcement personnel were assiduously working to quickly apprehend people without the proper documentation. Sunak reaffirmed that the main immigration policy's goal is to deter people from crossing the English Channel. Sunak is anticipated to call for an election later this year. Nonetheless, the current spate of arrests has angered human rights organizations and unions. Even though some have been successful in stopping transfers to removal centers, they claim that it is becoming more and more difficult to file lawsuits. And the Home Office has declared that a certain group is the target of the mass arrest effort. Approximately 5,700 men and women who entered the UK without authorization between January 2022 and June 23 make up this initial cohort. Those who fit this description have been given notice of intent, meaning that they will be evaluated for deportation on the first flight. But according to recent disclosures, official data shows an alarming trend. Thousands of possible deportees have lost contact with the Home Office. So far, just 2,143 people have been found for custody, leaving almost 3,500 people unaccounted for. Some are thought to have absconded into Ireland over the Northern Irish border, and others are people who have neglected to show up for required meetings with UK authorities. Ministers have made it clear that law enforcement will keep looking for them. This week, a number of immigrants attempted to schedule mandatory appointments with UK authorities in order to file asylum petitions. These individuals have since been arrested and are scheduled to board the first deportation flight. Since the operation started on Monday, the number of arrests made has not been made public by the administration. There have been reported detentions in several UK cities, including Bristol, Liverpool, Birmingham, and Glasgow, as well as in Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Can the deportations be stopped by legal action? Over 2 years of legal challenges and political squabbles between the two houses of Parliament have hampered the Conservative Party's effort to deport immigrants who entered the UK without authorization. In June 2022, the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, abruptly cancelled the first flight that was scheduled to bring refugees to Rwanda. The deportation program was declared illegal by the UK Supreme Court last year, citing the government's failure to guarantee the safety of migrants upon their arrival in Rwanda. The FDA, a union representing senior public servants, filed a request for a judicial review of the government's Rwanda plan on Wednesday. They contend that if members abide by a minister's orders, they run the risk of breaking international law. Fatum be mentioned that the European Court of Human Rights is another place where appeals may be filed. It is unlikely that this lengthy procedure will stop someone from being moved to Rwanda in the interim, though. It is unclear how things will turn out in this case, especially if the European Court of Human Rights would strike down the bill. The Prime Minister has stated that the measure is still in effect and cannot be overturned by the courts at this time. It is important that you remain updated about these developments if your visa has expired in the UK, if you have been unemployed since your care company's license revoked, or if you are an asylum seeker. We hope you found this information useful. Rwanda is prepared as well, and I would want to express my gratitude to the government for enacting new laws, bolstering their asylum policy, and establishing an additional appeals court. Remember to subscribe for further information on immigration and visas to the UK.